Chat with Chad.
I am your host, Chadley Darkwood, along with my co-host, the Shad Tequila.
Hello, everybody.
We want to welcome you guys all to the Chit Chat with Chad show. Thank you guys all for coming. Um, what I like to do when I start off the show, just give you guys a couple of updates, what's going on with me. So right now, the boardwalk is still going, almost 2 years now. This is our third season for the Chit Chat with Chad show, so I'm really excited about that as well. Um, in my personal life, I am still with the same person for like I think now it would be a whole year on the 18th.
Can we just
So
stop and applaud that because you guys are such a cute couple?
yeah, that's my baby.
Love it.
I have extra person who came into our family who's actually sitting in the front row. We got Kulan here, and my daughter Rihanna. They just got married, so that was a really beautiful ceremony.
Congratulations, you
Um,
guys.
yeah, I don't even put you guys on the spot like that, but it was, yeah,
But
it was a very
it's a
beautiful ceremony, and it was very a happy occasion. So
proud papa moment over here.
it really so my baby got married. No, I was kidding. So so that's a little personal thing about me. Tequila, you want to add anything on
Well,
that?
now you're waiting for the grandbabies, right? So, Grandpa Chadley.
Yeah, of course. I can't wait. I have more than one in both arms if I could.
Aw, adorable.
So what's new with you, Tequila?
Well, I got married last month, finally.
What?
Uh,
Congratulations.
yeah, it's like I've been married when I first started. I got this, so this is my second time being married in Second Life. But if you don't know, I'm at least 12 years old in Second Life, so I'm old as hell, honey. But so when I first started, you think, oh my god, I found the love of my life 1, 2 weeks into SL, right?
Right,
And
because everyone goes through that.
yeah, so I got married 1 month into the game, and as some of you know, that person and I were together for 11 years in real life, and it did not work out for
11,
its
but
own
it was
reasons.
11 years though. 11
A
years.
long
That's a long time.
time. Yeah. So, I said after that ended, I said never again. I'm not gonna do it. I just, live my best life type deal. And then I met somebody, and of course, like they say, it always happens when you're not. That's what happened. Last month we got married.
That is pretty awesome. It usually happens that way. You're not really looking for anything, and the next
Yeah.
thing you know, you're in a relationship. You're like, where did this come from?
Yeah, and that's totally what it was for me too. It was crazy. So, but it's an experience, and if you haven't done it, or you have done it, or done it multiple times, because some people are like get as married as many times, whatever. For me, it's kind of like no, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And but I'm glad I went through it.
yeah. Me and G are just enjoying the whole like dating thing. I mean, because it's been a whole year, and we still haven't had one argument yet. So that's like a really, really
Amazing.
big like thing, especially here in SL. You never know what the person's doing when they sign off. So um, it's a lot of
We'd be
trust
so
and
stable.
right. And so I mean, we built this family and everything else. So it's pretty awesome. He couldn't be here today because of real life engagement. So, but he
So,
sent me a text and said good luck. So yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
he's so sweet. But so I was flipping through Gallant magazine,
What?
and which, by the way, Gallant magazine,
Oh,
if you haven't seen their issue cover, it's freaking amazing. It has Swain on there. The picture's beautiful. But the issue, I was flipping through it, and I saw somebody's mug, and I was like, "Who's that?"
oh.
Callie, Callie, was that your face up in there?
Yeah, I did a thing for Modulus hair, which I don't usually wear hair, but this is like a really good hair. So they asked me to do a spot there, so I said sure, why not? We've had them on the show before, and Devos came up to me and asked me to be in the show or to be in a photo shoot. So that was pretty great.
Well,
I
honey, you're looking fabulous. And I was like, oh, okay. If I was G, I'm just saying.
I try to help out whenever I can. So today, Tequila, I might find my phone. Um, we will be talking to some of the successful men here in SL. I have chose two people that I think are completely amazing guys, and they contribute to the men's fashion here in SL, along with women's fashion. So, um, I am really excited to have them here on this show. Tequila, you want to introduce them?
Hey, yeah, for sure. All right, guys, if you can hear me back there, everybody, please help me in welcoming the TMD Anthem and Bueno CEO, Mikel Monk. And we also have CRX CEO, Yung Gunz Guzman. So, guys, please come on up.
We give all a round of applause. You guys
And you
just
can
have
have a
us.
seat.
Yeah, I know it's probably a little bit laggy for you guys, so.
I don't think it makes you cuddle when you sit, so it should be safe.
It does.
Like, my
No,
apologies.
it doesn't. But I'm joking. Unless you chose that, so.
We chose that. No, I'm pretty sure we don't.
Guys, thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, thank
We're
you.
super excited and so happy to have you as our first guest for our first show of 2020.
No problem. It's good to be here.
So,
Uh, Hi, hey, how's it going?
we have more energy than that. Come on, Michael. You got
Yeah, no, I'm full of energy. Yeah.
So welcome to Chit Chat with Chad. Michael, you are the owner of TMD, Anthem, and there's like one more.
No,
I'm happy. What was it?
Spanish word. Bueno.
Oh, Bueno. That's right. Um, and Young Guns, you are the owner of CRX, correct?
Right, right.
All right,
Yep,
cool.
Correct.
yep, correct.
So,
Sorry, that's late, right? Yeah.
so you guys are both very creative. I've gone and looked at some of the stuff, and I'm just like, wow.
Thanks. I don't really do much. Like, I think that it's really all the designers. But, I'm
Uh,
just kind of like a conduit. They're just kind of there, like the designers. Some which are here, I see like Cold and Serve and I think I see Walt. I see a bunch of people that are great, good friends. They've all participated. Hive. Everybody's like they're the ones that really make the. I mean, I just happen to be just kind of the owner of it or whatever.
But I
well,
will.
oh,
Could
go
you
ahead.
talk though first, Mikhail, a little bit, because there's some ladies here, of course, and for ladies who are going to be watching this, can you kind of just elaborate what TM is and just tell us what it is and how long it's been around for and what's its purpose?
Uh, this May, it's gonna be 8 years that it's around, which is just makes me feel older than I already feel. And I think it's 8 or 7. I forget a lot actually. But that's from previous plugins. But no, yeah, it's been about 8 years, something like that, and it's gonna be. I was talking about a little bit with you back the back
Yeah.
room that I don't. It was kind of like. It kind of just happened. Like everything that I've actually done here on SL, it's never really been like everything is A B, like for most.
So
I
why
know.
even start something like that? Because you're going to be 10 years in game.
Yeah, right,
I mean,
right. Don't
2 years
remind me, but
in,
yeah. Hmm.
you're already starting to.
Well, I liked shopping at the time, and there was a given amount of mail stores, a lot of mail stores, And at the time, really, I think the only event that existed was like 50 Linen Fridays and those weekend things. I think there was a couple maybe, but nothing big. Maybe C88 was just starting as well. I kind of decided that I took a break for myself for about 6 months. And then when I came back, I was like, I just, I want to do something. Like, I like shopping. I like going to all these stores, and there's nothing for dudes. I just said, I'm going to do this. But everybody I told, like, since I wasn't a blogger, I wasn't a designer, I wasn't anybody, I didn't know anybody. Uh, it was kind of like it wasn't gonna happen. Like they just kept telling me it wasn't gonna happen. Um, but it just kind of worked itself out. One thing led to another, and I met this lady that before in SL. Have you been? There was all these fairs, and people would do like this big thing, like so they had like a fair every like 6 months or what. And I met a lady that would put all those things together. So I started kind of asking her on how you did that, and she was kind of pushing me like, "We'll try to get one good designer, and maybe a couple of other people will kind." And I was like, "Well, not, I don't want that. I want all of the designers to be." And she was like, basically
Exactly.
said, "Well, she said it was impossible because that's not how it works, right?" And so I said,
She said,
"Well, wow, the CBD oil is kicking in." So I just kind of said, "It's not." I said, "Well, it doesn't matter to me if I only have 4 designers, 5 designers, as long as they're all good, I'll be happy with it." You know what I mean? So
Maybe then you kind of had your standard set and
right, right,
idea
right,
of
right.
what of
Right, because
that
like
you
the
want to
way
put
they
on.
say, ignorance is bliss. Like I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like I had no
Yeah.
I just said this is what I want, and I kind of have a sense of tenacity where I just, while it's very confusing, it's contradictory. Like I'm very lazy, but yet very tenacious.
Uh-huh.
Um, you know, I take naps, but I dream a lot. That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Would you
that's
say
Like
that's
you're a
not true.
perfectionist too?
no, not
Mikhail
at
works
all,
a
not at
lot.
all. No, no, I don't
Mikhail
work
works
at all. I'm
24/7.
not. I'm not a worker at all. So then I just got the first lineup with like 10 people, and then
Wow,
after
10. That's
that,
amazing though. Off the
well,
bat.
I got right. It kind of just what happened was I'd gotten 1 or 2 people, and then it just so happened, and the brand is still around. Sleepy Eddie, his girlfriend at the time,
Oh yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
also at the time, SL was pretty much divided before the events. Like the Asian community was in like had their community,
Yeah.
and you know the Westerners had their community. And when I wanted Sleepy Eddie because it was one of my friends at the time, this was before.
Huh.
It just so happened that his girlfriend came with him, and she spoke English perfectly. So I asked her to translate everything. So as soon as Sleepy Eddie joined, and then he could literally communicate to all the other Japanese,
That's so
like
cool.
several other ones, to come on board, and they came on board. And I think it was kind of the first time that like I had like it was half Japanese designers, half
Hmm.
Western designers. Um, and then from 10 designers, it just kind of escalated slowly but surely. I didn't. I mean, it was really the people that that made it keep going. Like I just every month I would just keep working on it. Slowly but surely, it kind of just built up, and now it's like I don't know. I think
No,
personally
An
there's
for me it's
amazing
too big
event.
right now, but yeah.
and I know
So
there's a significance with the date each month too that you've
Right,
chosen.
it's right. It's nobody knew until way later. Nobody caught on, right? Uh, but it's May 5th. It's Cinco de Mayo. Like nobody really figured that
Love
out
that,
till way
yeah.
later. Like,
huh.
right, I did it on purpose, but nobody really kind of knew. Well, because the
Kind of
first
talk
couple of
about it a little bit.
the first year, what was funny is that, and actually they told me, most people that are my close friends, and some of my close friends are in the crowd right now, tell me not to talk because I'm gonna say something wrong, which I probably am. But so that's what I
Okay.
did. Right. That's what I the first year of TMD, I didn't speak on voice to anybody, and anybody that knows me knows that I like speaking on voice. I don't like typing. Like it annoys me. So for a whole year, I didn't talk on voice, which was unnerving. But that was the only way I figured I could keep the event going because I said if I
Oh, that's
talk,
so funny.
I'm gonna fuck it all up. Like so, I and people didn't really know I was Mexican. Only my close friends. So when
Yeah.
until, but I did it in Cinco de Mayo just because uh, personal cultural things. But nobody really understood or picked up on it till years later. Like so,
So,
but
at what
yeah.
point did Bueno come along? Because that's your other business venture.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, a couple of years
I
after
could
that.
stop in there for a while, but I can't
Yeah, a couple
remember
of years
exactly.
later. A couple of years later. Like it kind of happened again. A fluke. I didn't. I wasn't really. I was doing TMD and happy with the way things were going. I was actually finally turning a profit because I was like in the whole like people don't really, I don't know, they don't really talk about this brand anymore.
Yeah.
Chicky P. Um but for about a year and a half, Chicky P housed
So,
TMD
how'd
for
their
free.
couch, honey?
Well, they housed TMD for about a year and a half for free. Like they didn't
Oh,
charge TMD
nice.
for rent because I really wasn't making enough money to pay for anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just barely paying itself off. So she really like and I told her I want to do something just for the male community. Like as much, for every part of the male community. She was just supportive of it. You know what I mean? And it kind of just worked out like that. And then, like I said, then I got my own sim, and
Is that
had a
the
real.
point? Is that the
Mhm.
point where you kind of felt like, hey, this is actually working? Did you ever get to a point where, like, I feel like I finally made it? Have you ever
Nah,
got to that
I
point?
still haven't. I still haven't got to that point. I don't. I don't think there's such a thing as making it.
Yeah,
Well, not to me, anyway.
Mikel will never think that. He's one of the most humble guys.
No, I'm not. I don't think that. Like, uh, I I don't know what to say about that. I think that it's more like you just keep doing it. Like it's just
Yeah.
part of what you do. Like, some people come on SL and like you said, they get married and they have kids or they
Hmm.
fraternities or they join families or whatever. And I just kind of came here and I just worked. You know what I mean? Like doing TMD, doing Bueno kind of just happened also. Like, um, uh, a designer approached me and said, "Hey, do you want to start a brand?" And I said, sure, why not? Okay, let's do it. And we did it. And um, after about a year, maybe they didn't want to do it anymore, but I didn't want to give it up. I was really enjoying it,
Yeah.
and then I just kept it going. And it seems like every time I'm kind of gonna, and I said this to you back there was like about a year and a half ago, something happened in my real life where I was literally just gonna leave SL like altogether. I didn't think anybody would notice. I was telling you like I
Which
go,
is beyond ridiculous.
no, no, I really did like. I'll tell you right now. I'll say like Serb right now. He's in the crowd, and I was having a real hard time. And Serb Serb was I had kind of had to get away from everybody, and Serb was kind of there, and like I was just kind of like tired of everything. I was kind of frustrated. I was stop doing SL and just well, I only have like 4 or 5 friends. I'll kind of bounce, and I'll just kind of fade, because you've heard, suddenly you'll realize that a brand isn't there anymore. Like, wait a minute, they haven't released.
That's so frustrating.
Right.
I
But
have a
that's
good.
And
not going to
You
happen with
find.
TNT.
well, I was thinking I was gonna do that, and then uh, an
Yeah, could you
amazing
imagine that TMD one day is gone?
no, but I didn't. I honestly, hand to God, I really didn't think anybody noticed. I go, I'm just gonna tell my close friends, and then I'll see them on Discord, or we'll talk on Skype. I don't need to I don't need to do it anymore. And but then this amazing person came into my life, Tinker Hacks,
Uh,
and she
I
gave me
saw
another.
Tink here. Tink's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
here, right?
yeah. She came and was like, "Hey, you want to do another event? Like, you want to start something? Like it seems like every time I want to kind of hang things up, like it just kind of something new comes along."
I will
Tink
touch
really,
on,
yeah, Tink did. She's the owner. She's really, Anthem. Really, I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm really the janitor there. Really, she's really, if
You
anybody.
clean
Not the
up
janitor.
the
Yeah,
lights
yeah,
right
I'm the
now.
janitor. Right. I'm like the maybe
Leave it to the
gardener.
Mexican. Leave it to the Mexican.
Right. Well, somebody's got to do it.
Cleaning it up.
He's
Right.
hanging drywall.
Right. I'm putting up drywall, like, you know what I mean? I'm working on the
Fix my
building.
car. Oh my
Right,
god.
right, right. But yeah, Tink kind of I'd always wanted to do
Funny.
a female event, like, or people had asked me over the years to do a female event,
Hmm.
and I never really wanted to do it because I just all my friends, they all had, like, I was friends with all the other event owners. I never kind of wanted to step on anybody's toes, and I was happy where I was at, what I was doing. And with my brand, I was busy. But then, like I said, I was kind of like, man, this is, I don't think SL's for me anymore. I kind of want to just hang it up, even though, I mean, I'm just now thinking about it and seeing, Serve and Cold there. There's Coral, also
Speaking.
Coral. Just I
Hi,
want to say also
Coral.
Coral's there. She's awesome, Miss Chelsea. Look, there's CX, there's Cold Ash, there's Contraption,
Let's get
there's
photos
T
of
Bunny.
everybody.
Right. They're all these amazing people. There's
Put them
Hive.
all on the spot.
Well, obviously, you have a huge support system, and just with
Well,
anything successful, that's
well,
exactly what we want.
also Junie is a really good friend of mine.
Hi, June.
Yeah, she was also somebody that was very supportive. Uh, all these people are just amazing, and so Tink, decided, had an idea, and she kind of, I just told her, like, you know what, like, you do this, and I'll back you up 100%. And
So
she's
when did
really
you
like,
guys launch Anthem?
well, it's only been like 9 months. I think in May it'll be a year, right? Is that what again, in May it'll be another year, right? I think it'll be a year in May, Tink. Yep, a year in May. We picked May also. I picked May also, so I don't know. Yeah. So
So
a
that's
year in May, like I said, she knows everything. I don't know anything. And that's kind of how it happened. It just every time I get bored and I think that it's, um, I either have somebody amazing come into my life to help me through it and push me forward, or support me and help a vision come, happen. And so it's really, I don't really think it's ever been me. Like, it's been everybody else. I'm just somebody that's in the middle of everything. Lucky
But you
enough.
should be able to take some of the credit. Come on
Nah. I'm good.
now.
I'm good. Let them take all the credit. They deserve it. I'm just here. You know what
I will say one thing I love about, obviously TMD's mostly for men. There's stuff, obviously that's X or at Anthem it's men and.
I
So
mean?
one thing I love is like, yeah, you'll find your top brands there, but sometimes you'll find stores you didn't even know, but yet they're making amazing content.
Right.
And
Right.
so it's really
That's
kind of like a launch pad, and that's kind of where Young comes in here with CRX, and along with so many others
yes.
who are
Yes.
now getting that exposure. And Young, can you just kind of talk about what your experience has been like so far?
With TMD. or
Yeah,
the brand?
TMD and Anthem
Uh,
and starting your brand.
yeah, I think we did Anthem last month, and it was great. Tink is one of the nicest people. She was very, very, what is it called? Hospitable.
Hmm.
Sorry, English is my first language, and I'm still bad at it. You know?
Right.
And TMD is like a fraternity. When you go in there, you know, you have people, you know, that you're, you know, shop at, and then they're in your box and they're saying, "Hey, welcome to TMD," and they're, you know, and and then I would go in their box and be like, "Hey, you know, my booth is right next to you. How's it going?" You know what I mean? And everybody's just polite, and it just, for me personally, I just feel like it's, you know, like it's a really, it's a nice place to be at when you have a brand, you know.
I think that's amazing.
That's
Like
Yeah.
that people are so
I'm
down to
proud of
earth.
that
Yeah.
actually.
And
I'm
you,
proud of that. Like, yeah, that there's no drama there, or I don't think so. And if there is,
Yeah, there's
I was spend,
absolutely no
I was
drama.
taking a nap
Yeah.
while it was happening.
Yeah.
oh my
He's taking.
God.
And you know,
Okay.
and that's the thing. A lot of people don't know. Like a lot of these designers, a lot of people think that it's very intimidating to talk to these people, but they're
Yeah.
I
just
wish
like
we can give
really
you some
knowledgeable.
like gossip, you know,
Yeah,
some
they're
stuff,
just
but no.
really like just like everyone else and really nice people actually. Very
No, they're
very
great.
nice.
They're great. I don't think that people really uh, appreciate that as much as they're like so like the best designers that I've ever met on the grid, and I think I've uh, I don't know, met them or done business with them at one point through TMD, or you know, they're the nicest, like most humble, down to earth, helpful people. Like, you know, Cold and, you know,
Hmm.
Coral and, you know, Lundy's there, like from Hive, and you know, they're, you know, serve like they're all super helpful. Wall, just nicest people you ever. They've helped me.
I am feeling the love tonight, y'all.
No, no. Well, it's true. It's
I'm just kidding. I love it though. I love it
people
because you
don't
know
think of it. People
all
don't
you
really
think of
think
is
about it.
like SL secrets. Everybody's out for one another.
Nah,
Everybody hates on
nah,
each other's stuff. So it's really nice to
nah.
hear like the flip side of it. Like there's none of that at all, and so that's just so
No, no, not. I mean, not the people that I talk to, or not the people that I hang with. To respect, like I think that the best designers respect each other, and it's the designers that, and this might come off as wrong, but the designers that feel insecure are the ones that create problems. People that are
Mhm.
secure in what they do, they're not competing with anybody but themselves. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like they're trying to make their best product to be their next product. You know what I mean? They're not competing with like CRX or Bueno. They're competing with themselves. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah.
I made this. I want to make the next thing better. You know what I mean? So they're really not fighting with anybody. The people that are insecure, that
that's a
really.
that's a pretty wise statement because there are designers out there who are out to get the other person.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever like look at SL Secrets, it's like, wow, you know, why don't you step your own game up and then you won't have the problem
I've been
with
on there a couple of
other
times. I've
people.
been there on a couple of times. It's
Ooh,
funny.
do tell.
Well, not anything other than
Okay.
not for anything that is just ridiculous behavior, like so
Yeah.
it's not. I think that people that talk there are just people that are bored. You know what I mean? Like they need something in their life to fill some void that they have. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give anybody a hug if they need it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
free hugs. Yes. Oh, why not?
I
Mikel will
mean, the
be
But
people
there.
not,
from SL
but
Secrets.
not
No,
too long.
yeah, right.
Not randomly.
Right. The people
That's what
from
he's
SL
really giving
An
Secrets.
away.
info hub.
Right, that's
Yeah,
what I'm giving away from Bueno. I'm giving out hugs.
free hugs.
Yeah, exactly.
So, circling back to Nesto, your brand CRX, tell us a little bit about what it is and what people can find there.
We're branching out. We branched out at Anthem actually with clothing. We have some plans to do some more clothing stuff, but right now we're having fun doing accessories, whatever we think of, crazy things, random things, whatever that fits the CRX brand, which CRX is short for Crooks. You know, I think I was really drunk
Okay.
one night, and I was trying to spell Crooks, and I put an X, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool," you know. So
Oh
that's
my.
most people don't know that. So when they say CRX,
Yes.
it's really, you can say CRX, but it really, if you want to just say it, it's just Crooks. So
Got it. Crooks.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's a little fun fact. But so what we do, we have like a very rebellious, since it's Crooks, you know, very, that's the vibe of the brand, very rebellious, edgy stuff. You know what I mean? Which was crazy because I thought our brand was going to be edgy, and then I see other things, you know, that I'm like, okay, we're not edgy. You know what I mean?
What's the
Like, there's
degree
some
of
things coming
edgy?
out that's edgy, but like we're, you know, I think it'll be like a, you know, kind of
Now,
a gangster kind of
this isn't
edginess.
your like first time coming out. Coming out CRX. You've had this business before.
Yeah, I did Crooks for a long time. I did Crooks, and then I took a 3-year break, and you know, that's actually a good segue because I'm a co-owner of Crooks, and the other owner is, her name is Val, and she, just like Mikel gives credit to Tink, I think it's something about the women, but Val does most of the work, and I just like pretend. You know, I'm like a monkey on the shelf.
Right.
You know, so but yeah, so we're a co-owner, and she owns Crooks as well, and we come up with ideas, and yeah, I
Well,
forgot
since
the
it's
question.
your second time back, you know, for Mikhail,
Oh yeah.
he had an idea, and things just happened to fall together. Luckily, but of course he had a standard. But for anybody out there who's looking to start a business, maybe they're already in the process, maybe getting some roadblocks. What kind of advice would you give to people like that who are just starting out?
I don't know how Mikel does his brand and TMD. I mean, you know, he has probably some people, but he mostly does it all by himself, and then he has partners with Tink. One thing like that burned me out with the first brand with Crooks, you know, it was, you know, doing well, and then I just took a 3-year break, but I did it all by myself. And then when I did CRX, I'm like, I'm not doing it by myself. So that's when Vale came in, and you know, it's 50-50. You know. I couldn't imagine doing and everybody here tonight, I give you all props, you know,
Yeah.
doing brands. I mean, to do a brand at a, you know, at a certain level, it's hard work. You know.
I
But
think.
my advice to like is just what I noticed, and like when I first did a first event at TMD, one thing is that continue being a student. Like, look at things around you. Look how they're doing adverts. Everybody, you know, at TMD and other, you know, events that they don't get credit for is that they're all master like advertising. They're master at like branding, you know. And if you want to do a brand, first thing you have to do is you have to master advertising. If you can't do it, get somebody to do it because that's important.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And you know, I know you guys like work really hard. Like, what are some of your favorite things to do when you're not working?
Uh,
What do you guys do?
Drink. Bother Mikel, hit up Mikel. What are you doing? Want to like listen to Mexican music? I heard it already. Leave me alone.
Just love it.
I don't. Yeah.
Shaking
I don't
off.
know.
Oh
Watch
my god.
movies. I guess I don't know. I really don't. Uh, I used to
Mikel
hang
doesn't
out.
take a break.
No, no. Yeah, I do take breaks like a lot. I'm broke right now. It's not like I just watch movies and stuff. I don't really go out. It's not like I'm going out to clubs or doing other stuff here on SL. Like I really, if I'm here because I'm doing something for one of the events or for the brand or hanging out with friends or talking to friends. But mostly, I'll mostly talk to them on uh, on Discord and stuff like that. Like it's not. I don't know. I'm not. I think I stopped. I have a couple of friends that I've known for a long time, and I'll go hang out. Like, I'll hang out with Serve, or I'll hang out with I'll hang out with Nesto. I'll hang out with I'm sure you've heard of Bad Unicorn. He's a
Yeah.
really good friend of mine too. I'll hang out at their sim, at their platform. Really, like it's not,
Yeah,
we hang
that's
out at platform. Right, 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 right,
yeah.
right. We just hang out
I've
and
noticed
talk.
that with most creators, that's all they do is like,
Yeah,
hang on their
yeah,
I
yeah,
hear
platforms.
a lot about it. Talks about just being on my platform, hanging on my platform.
yeah. I mean,
I love
um,
it.
I mean, it's fun because you can do whatever you want and say whatever you want, and
Team
uh,
format.
right. But everybody does their own thing, and like I said, it's not. And again, Tink she's the one that even in my platform she sorts it out because Tink. I'm completely uh chaotic, and Tink is so organized, and it
And
kind of works out. She's like I
and
said, she does everything. Like as far as the organization is concerned, I'm really, I'm more of I make a mess. I make a mess and she fixes it.
now,
Right.
Teague, please chime in because I, as a consumer, as a shopper, I've always wondered how long does it take to really set up an event? Like some of those events, it just feels like, oh my God, it's back open again. It just, And as a creator, how long does it take to prepare for an event? Like I always wonder, like you guys have to constantly be working. I don't know. Like in my head, I don't know when you guys take a break. Like what's the prep time like?
Because
I
laughing.
love that Tink's on the spot
I
now.
feel like
That's
we need Tink up here.
but
Because I was thinking like it would be like, okay, the setup like towards the beginning of the event, and then does it usually just run itself, or
no, well, for me, like for TMD kind of not runs and pretty much runs like a machine already because all the designers already know like these are the dates, this is the time. But it was so brand new when we did Anthem, right? And it was so different, right? And there was different deadlines, and yeah, it's setup time, right? You're just kind of waiting on the right to do all their stuff, and then you're just hoping that nobody bails out, and you're hoping that everybody does their thing, and uh, but yeah, you're mostly waiting. It's the designer, like I said, it's really the designers, and the one thing I can say about like that's good, like you said, that there's new. Me and Tink, and it was something that I took from TMD, and Tink was already had that in it. We
yeah,
were
Tink
always
says
trying. Yeah, we want
Tink
to
says
find new designers. Tink says
yeah,
what?
Tink says the only pressure is around setup time. The
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the month, you're waiting for designers to do their magic.
Right. And we're
Okay.
looking for new designers all the time because we think that like it's you got to keep stuff fresh. You know what I mean? Like that's how I've
Yeah.
always felt about TMD. Like you want to see somebody new, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but it's fun that way. I mean, because you get to see new brands. Like I believe like Valcore was first at TMD, like when he first started, and
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's a
like
huge store, yeah. I
well,
remember
Well, that's
right, yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's been around for 8 years. Like when I started TMD, there was 3 male bloggers on the whole fucking grid. Like, you know what I
oh
mean? And
yeah,
now there's like, I don't know, I can't even count them. I don't know. Before I used to know
yeah.
them all by name. I don't know who they are anymore. But like that's what I'm saying. Like it's been 8 years. It just, it kind of evolved.
and I know people are going to ask you this, and probably going to be one of the questions for after on the question and answer part of the program. But how how do you go about picking the people that will
Yeah.
be in TMD? Like, I know they have the application process and everything, but do you like have a certain process you go through, or like, you're not really TMD
Uh,
material,
no,
do you guys get like
there's
great shape? You guys did look really shady towards the end. You're like,
No.
I don't
He
know.
sweated. He sweated.
No.
Nobody
Look,
wants dildo flip flops. Like,
no.
what?
Tequila does. Hold up.
Like,
I
what makes you
mean,
like?
no. Like for as far as TMD, right? I think it's always been invite only, right? But now, and before I used to look for the designers and stuff, but now I ask the bloggers or I ask other designers to recommend designers. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
somebody will go, either I run across them or I'll ask another designer, hey, do you know of anybody that's new? And because I'll get note cards all the time from stores, but like to be going through them and stuff, like you're not. But if somebody spots it out and it's happened even in Anthem that where me and Tink or I'll tell Tink, hey, we should look, all this brand. He'll tell me we got to check this out, and then we pretty much invite them over and see what they're gonna do. Like it also, I think it also depends, and as far as advice goes, about a new brand is when you're gonna get like what I like about TMD is that when a new brand, like let's say like Nesto's brand, like Crooks,
Yeah.
when they come in, you see all these other brands. They're already brands that you respect. You know what I mean? And you
Right.
look at. So you already see the kind of caliber of stuff they're putting out. You know what I mean? So you realize, hey, I have to step up my game to that caliber.
Yeah.
And then the older designer also will be there and go, oh wait, who's this new guy? Now I can't get lazy. I gotta keep up. You know what I mean? Doing my thing, and it's kind of balances itself out. You know what I mean? And if you step up, it goes well. If you don't, then it just doesn't work out. And how it
Yeah,
goes,
see
I
that
guess.
you just answered my next question. The
Yeah.
advice you would give to people who want to start their business or who might be aiming to get to the different fashion events. So
Right.
you heard it first. Step your game up.
I didn't. I mean,
um,
Mikel is like the cuckoo. He's always watching designers. So,
no,
so all you
I'm
new
not.
designers, do your thing. He's around.
No, I mean, I get recommended like by a lot of people, a lot of brands, and it's good. Like I like seeing like that's why I don't get tired of TMD. Like I don't
Kongichi.
because I'm literally a fan of all these designers. Like they're still my friend. A lot of them
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be friends with them, but I'm still a fan. Like I still get excited to see what Cold is gonna put out, Cold Ash is gonna put out, or you know, what Serb's gonna put out. Like what Danny's gonna put out. Whatever they're gonna put out, it's interesting. I want to see it. Like
Yeah.
I still get excited just like every other customer. I'm still a shopper in the end. You know what I mean? So people ask me, do I get tired of TMD? I don't get tired of doing it because I'm still just a guy shopping. You know what I mean?
I
Like
love that.
enjoying, right? So it's not, yeah. So that's why it doesn't get boring or anything like that. I think I get bored of just myself, but it's not about the event at all. But they do great
I
stuff
think
and it's
that's one thing that's
inspiring.
always kept me here so long in Second Life is just the art aspect of it all. We have such a great art community and so many talented artists here. People who didn't even know they were artists get to come and try their hands at building or creating. And it's just so exciting. And seeing what people come up with next, I feel like that's just such a huge motivator to log in and to go to events like TND and Anthem. Okay, so guys, talking about a little bit more about the future, then what's next? Like, do you have a next business venture? What's in the works, Nesto? If you could talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we got a couple of things planned, and I guess everybody has to stay tuned what they are. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, no
Uh,
hints.
and honestly, what that really means is I have to check with Vale's. I gotta look at her playbook. You know what I mean? Like Mikhail
She's out of
said,
town
she's the
now, isn't she?
organizer. Yeah, she's out of town. She was gonna be here, but
Yeah.
you know, she's on a flight somewhere. Yeah.
so
So
basically, you're saying you have no idea. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know what I can reveal. You know what I mean?
What about business goals for 2020 for CRX?
Business
What
goal, just keep doing, like Mikel said, keep stepping up the game, keep being hungry, and create things that I think that people will want and never get complacent. That's the goal for me.
I love it. Mikel, what about you, honey?
Goals?
Yeah, what's the business goals here? You gonna open
Uh,
another event?
no, 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 no. No, no. Yeah, I
Just
think,
woke
yeah,
up.
I just, yeah.
We need to get a prop.
I was getting a little sleepy. But don't worry,
Like,
I don't take naps anymore. No. I mean, I'm excited to see Anthem growing, and it's getting. I was talking to Tank briefly about this earlier today. Is that uh,
superb.
it's because anybody that knows me has heard me snore or fall asleep. Like
Oh.
I'm borderline narcoleptic, so it's kind of an ongoing joke. But
My goodness.
but it's
Borderline narcoleptic.
but yeah, right. I call it it's a narco sleepy. I get
Oh
sleepy and
my
I just pass
god.
out immediately. Right. So
And
no,
I'm
I'm excited that Anthem is growing and it's picking up speed. And I was telling that to think that I think now I think like it feels like we've been doing it for a long time, but it's only been 9 months. It hasn't even been a year yet. You know what I mean? But it feels
yeah.
like not because it's a lot, but because it just feels like things are starting to pick up and build up, and I think people are starting to recognize more, and we're getting more customers come through, and designers are coming through. It's just fun, like it's like a whole new experience, and again,
You're
if there's new things happening in Anthem, you'd have to ask Tink because I have no clue what's going on.
what about for
She's
your brand Bueno? What's next for
uh
Are you ever gonna do male clothing?
you know
You get
I
that
was gonna
look.
ask him
Where do you
that.
get
I
that
was gonna
look?
ask him that the other day, yesterday. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do
Get me
that.
wrong. I love shopping there, getting my dresses there, and some
no,
furniture.
no. Yeah, you know what? I've been thinking, and I think this year I am gonna do some guy stuff.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Applause.
right. No. I mean, just because. Um,
Oh,
right. Yeah, and I'm not even quite sure yet. I also want to do some decor pieces and want to make some buildings again because we made buildings and stuff like so. I like this past 6 months, or like past 6 7 months, I've been doing jewelry and shoes and things that I hadn't really done before, and
hmm.
I kind of just to test the market of what it's kind of weird, not weird, but just I own a male event, but I only put out female clothing, right?
So
I
that was
don't,
that was
right,
my
right,
like.
You know, I
Okay, are
wasn't
we
gonna.
gonna bridge the
right,
gap
Yeah,
here?
I wasn't gonna say
right.
anything. I was like,
No, you can say it. Like I said, you can ask
you
me
made
anything.
female clothes, but you it was male event. Okay.
Well, unless you're great at it, like
Yeah.
Serve and Cold Ash and Danny and all the people out there, like uh, it's hard. The male clothing, you got to be. These guys are amazing, man. They're knocking it out. So you can't really, you got to really be on a really high standard. One thing I also want to say that, like, and again, it's just the people that are here, like I also want to say that like with Coral, like me and Coral she used to work with me at TMD for a while, um and then she started her brand after I started my brand a few while after, and she has just surpassed and just like run me right over. Her brand Miss Chelsea is amazing, and y'all should definitely give her like she deserves all the stuff she
I
gets.
definitely have several Miss
Yeah,
Chelsea stuff.
yes, it's amazing. Serve stuff. Everybody here should get like hive. Everybody knows all the quality. Everybody everybody does great stuff. But yeah, Coral, she started from this how Nesto started. He's talking right now. He started Brooks, and that's how Coral would ask me for advice, and now I have to be asking Coral for advice on how to do stuff because she's the one doing the things, and she's also great. And so everybody needs to right. Or words for intense tolerance to rig stuff. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
really hard to rig. God
yeah,
knows.
right. All the right.
Rigs.
They're all right. Everybody does great work. So I'm just I just feel like a layman. I don't feel like I don't really feel that I just feel like I'm just a dude. I just happen to be I really do feel like that. I'm a dude that actually is just in the middle of something that Pink envisioned, or I'm helping male designers. I just have a place where male designers show up, and I just have great and amazing friends that have a lot of talent and do their thing. You know what I mean? And kind of just happy about that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Kind of lucky.
that's going to be actually great because I mean, you guys are giving away stuff for your stores at the end of the show, so you guys will be able to actually take a look on what they design and you know always support people. So go out there and see what other things that they have going on. Um, it's always a really good good way to show support to these designers and to the people who bring great things to SL. So,
Yep.
so everybody, I want to talk about yesterday was Valentine's Day, and G had got me a hotel room at the Sentia
Wait,
Hotel.
can we hear the whole story, or can we just get a
Now,
recap?
Wow.
Okay, all right.
no, he got me. It was really great. I mean, we went out there
PG Luigi.
and we sat by the pool and we were talking about the show. That's basically what we did. I'll just leave it at that. Um, but I was looking on Facebook and there was some people who had different ideas and opinions about Valentine's Day. Some were good. Someone was like, you know, you guys are side chicks. So
No.
a lot of people weren't really into it. Um, what about you guys? What'd you guys do for Valentine's Day?
I think I was on the plow working. Yeah, I think I was on.
In love with the work.
I think Mikel was working too because I saw him.
I was finishing something up for Custom 9, but I was watching Narcos, the new season. So that's
You know what? I was watching that yesterday too.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, higher education.
Narcos and chicken nuggets with cheese, the cheese ones.
Oh, that
I
sounds
did
like the
recommend
perfect
that.
date.
That's for me.
Right. I know. Yeah, I was with Netflix.
Okay.
There
What
you
about
go.
Did
What'd
you,
you do, Tekila?
well, me personally, so my husband here is bored, and he actually surprised me. He with all this beautiful love stuff. I'm not a mushy person. I like to think, but I do like the romance. Okay, I will admit it. But so yeah, we went out and we actually went to a role play sim that did the whole thing where they serve you dinner. It was my first experience, and we actually had a really good time. We did a little double date. It was a lot of fun. It was, and again, just something different.
That is pretty awesome. I've done the whole romantic dinner thing, and it really is something that um, I advise everyone to go try out at least once. It's different. It's just different, a different experience, and I had a really good time actually. I think he took me there for my birthday. We went to um, a sim, and they served you and everything else. So
I
that's
have a
pretty
question
awesome.
though for Mikel and Young here. Even though you guys are apparently married to your work, do you still consider yourselves romantics?
Me and Mikel are the least romantic guys. the world.
Everybody wants to know.
I'm very. I'm no. Yeah. I'll say yes to that.
I want to know
Yes,
the
I'll
most
say yes to
romantic
that.
thing
I'll
you've
say
done. I want to know everything.
the most romantic thing I've done.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
Just for your whoever you're with.
for my significant I don't have a significant other.
Just whenever. Back in the
Right.
day, honey.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Honey.
Right. When I had a significant other.
Ooh, side chick.
No,
That's
not
no
a side
secrets.
chick. No side chicks. Oh man, this is gonna be embarrassing. Man,
Oh, good. Tell us.
So embarrassing. So. Fuck me. This is.
We'll have to bleep that.
Sorry.
Okay.
When I was with somebody, it was Christmas, I believe. I think it was Christmas, and I'm born on the 20th, right? So it's 5 days to, you know what I mean? I mean,
Little
yeah,
birthday
that was complicated math, right? 20 to 25. But on my birthday, I gave her a gift, and I gave her a gift every day from the 20th to the 25th. Like, I gave her 5 gifts, like one for each day from here till then. Like, I gave her a gift on my birthday, and then I gave her a gift every day until the 25th, because she wasn't gonna see her family or whatever, so she was gonna be alone. Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Well, yeah. Hey, can you just edit that out, because that'll ruin all my street cred right there. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna edit.
That'll ruin my whole fucking street cred right now.
Okay.
Oh no, we're gonna put that in.
Oh no, yeah, sir. I'm gonna hear from Serv now. Serv is gonna get in my box later. He's gonna go, "What the fuck are you talking about? What did you do?" I'm lying, Serv. I'm lying. I never did it. I'm lying.
Yung Gunz, your turn. What's the most romantic thing you've ever done for the lady you're dating?
I usually, like, before the 14th comes, the 2 weeks, I make an argument, and then I, like, talk to her, like, the month after February and March. You know what I mean? You know.
So what you're saying is that you dodge Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I dodge Valentine's, and I make it up in her birthday. You know what I mean?
Oh my lord!
You know what? I don't remember. I don't like holidays, because it's things that you're supposed to do. I like things, off the cuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if I'm with the girl, I do, give her gifts, but it's not scheduled in holidays.
You want it to be like genuine, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I rarely do anything during holidays, which probably is a bad thing, because I know people look forward to holidays. Yeah, it's a cheap thing to say.
We're both single. That'll tell you everything.
Yeah, we're both. Yeah,
you're doing it wrong. We're both doing it
wrong.
wrong.
Some chocolate, maybe I would be single. I'm just kidding.
Right. Don't ask us for relationship advice. Yeah, that's one thing you don't ask us.
Yeah.
Lord, we should have just did a whole show on bad relationship advice featuring Mikel.
Look at our two poses as we're sitting here. We're lonely.
We're lonely, right? We see death.
Look at
cardboard cuttings.
We're waiting at the bus to just get a ride anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It don't matter. Just take.
That's how we're sitting right now.
Well, let's ask some of the audience, like, what are your whole things about Valentine's Day? Like, do you think it's a holiday just created by the greeting card company, or do you guys, like, generally think that's a really romantic day that, once a year you guys can, like, be romantic? Yeah. Anybody have any thoughts or comments about that? Not everybody at the same time.
The audience. Don't turn this around on us.
I personally, I love the holiday. It was just, it's really nice. Like, when to be showered in love and affection. So I'm all
Just
about the
like to
love.
be spoiled.
Well, I get spoiled
Face
every
it. That's
day.
what it is. Oh
Let's ke-
my.
let's be honest. Like Chief spoils me all the time, but
Okay,
it was
gross.
really nice. Like I logged in and he was like, I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Waiting for you," and he TP'd me, and
Oh
there's
god.
like this is like wonderful hotel. Um,
Oh.
I was like,
Though, for me,
I
I
was
feel
like, we
like
didn't have to do all this, but it was nice.
personally, I don't feel like you need to have a significant other for Valentine's Day. It's just all about love and showing appreciation to people who love you and that you love, and that's what it really is. Whether it's a friendship, family members. I mean, that's why I give my mama flowers. I love my mama, so you know what I mean. It doesn't have to just be about whether you're hooking up with somebody. Even though that's what our culture tells us, I feel like that's just not healthy.
Right.
Yeah, but if Mikel sends me flowers, I'm logging off. I'm
I'm not.
like,
I'm not.
he hit his
I'm not
head.
sending
Likes
shit.
red roses.
No,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
He said, I'm not sending you
Don't worry,
shit.
buddy. Don't worry, buddy.
Good, good, good.
All right. Well, good or bad, what is your most memorable Valentine's Day? Do you guys have one, even from back in the day?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Give it up,
Um,
Mikel. We want to
no,
know.
no, no. I mean, I don't.
You better dig in that bag of. Mhm.
There's no. Actually, I promised a friend that I was
What?
not gonna talk about any of this.
Oh, they're not here, right?
No, no, no. I'm not gonna.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
right,
Let's hear it.
right. No, no.
So there's a
Yes.
scandal.
No, no. There's no scandal. There's no scandal at all. No. The best Valentine's Day gift. I don't. Oh
You're
no!
like, come
You know
on.
what? I can't really answer that. I can't really answer. This is
Oh, he
a.
found the one thing he can't talk about, guys. I love it.
This is yeah.
Uh,
This is a family friendly program, isn't it? Is this what it is?
it's
A
not.
family.
No.
It's family friendly. Family friendly.
It's adult.
She
It's
said
an
it's
adult
not.
swim.
It's an adult swim, so
Your
You're
secret
good.
thing with it. No,
A pause.
no, no. It was a nice Valentine's Day. I think there was chocolate. I think there was chocolate. Right.
Where? No,
chocolate on
I'm just
who?
kidding.
No, no. I mean, no, there's nothing like that. You know,
Oh my goodness.
serial killer documentaries were involved. Though I'll tell you that.
Okay, what is it?
There
Because
you
some
go.
people either like want to watch romantic movies or they want to watch the ones about serial killers. Like you're just it goes from one to the next. I don't. I had this conversation with some coworkers the other day. So it's
I think
either
it depends what kind of person you are. If you're
okay.
like
Yeah, like
um,
what kind of person are you? Are you the one who watches the romantic movies? Or are you the person that watches the serial killer?
I watched the serial killer, definitely serial killer
There you go.
documentary. I actually I've
That's good.
given I think I've given serial killer books to girlfriends before.
Oh
So
my
or,
god. That
there
should
you
actually
go.
be like when you meet somebody, people you should that's like should be the first thing you ask. What kind of person are you?
That's a good question.
Right
Yeah, it's a
off the
good
bat.
starter off. Right, right,
Then you know.
right. That's yeah.
Well, I think that's like really that's great. That's just great.
Chad did not know what to
Look,
say to that.
I don't even know how to come back with that, but
It's actually the romantic movie one.
right. Well,
Right.
me and just got done watching you. I know everybody's
Yeah,
probably
that's
caught up
crazy.
on that, and I left him this message one morning, and I was like saying, how he belongs to me and blah blah blah, and he was like, calm down, you. So
No.
I was like, but love, you're all mine, and I love
Oh
this.
no. Oh, that's
So
just no.
I, I try to scare him like that sometimes. You gotta keep it
Funny.
fresh.
Oh my.
Um, so this is the end of the show. I wanted to thank our guests for being here.
Yes,
I
thank you
want
guys so
I
much.
want you guys to think.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do the raffle. Um, what is it that you were gonna give out, Michael?
For the girls, I'm gonna give 5 packs of any 5 fat packs of anything in the store they want.
Woo!
And
Sorry, I just got really excited. I'm
and
not entering.
and for guys, they whoever wins gets early access for the rest of the year to TMD.
Wow, that's huge. Nice.
God. Guys, okay, follow my avatar if you can see me.
Chit Chat with Chad.